Good morning, Year 3. I hope you are all well. Today we're going to be reading Chapter 5 of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and the title of that chapter is called The Golden Tickets. You mean people are actually going to be allowed to go inside the factory? Cried Grandpa Joe. Read us what it says, quickly. All right, said Mr. Bucket, smoothing out the newspaper. Listen. Evening Bulletin. Mr. Willy Wonka, the confectionery genius whom nobody has seen for the last 10 years, sent out the following notice today. I, Willy Wonka, have decided to allow 5 children, just 5, mind you, and no more, to visit my factory this year. These lucky 5 will be shown around personally by me, and they will be allowed to see all the secrets and the magic of my factory. Then, at the end of the tour, as a special present, all of them will be given enough chocolates and sweets to last them for the rest of their lives. So watch out for the golden tickets. 5 golden tickets have been printed on golden paper, and these 5 golden tickets have been hidden underneath the ordinary wrapping paper of 5 ordinary bars of chocolate. These 5 chocolate bars may be anywhere, in any shop, in any street, in any town, in any country in the world, upon any counter where Wonka's sweets are sold. And the 5 lucky finders of these 5 golden tickets are the only ones who will be allowed to visit my factory and see what it's like now inside. Good luck to you all, and happy hunting. Signed, Willy Wonka. The man's Dotty, muttered Grandma Josephine. He's brilliant, cried Grandpa Joe. He's a magician. Just imagine what will happen now. The whole world will be searching for those golden tickets. Everyone will be buying Wonka's chocolate bars in the hope of finding one. He'll sell more than ever before. Oh, how exciting it would be to find one. And all the chocolate and sweets that you could eat for the rest of your life. Free, said Grandpa George. Just imagine that. They'd have to deliver them in a truck, said Grandma Georgina. It makes me quite ill to think of it, said Grandma Josephine. Nonsense, cried Grandpa Joe. Wouldn't it be something, Charlie, to open a bar of chocolate and see a golden ticket glistening inside? It certainly would, Grandpa, but there isn't a hope, Charlie said sadly. I only get 1 bar a year. You never know, darling, said Grandma Georgina. It's your birthday next week. You have as much chance as anyone else. I'm afraid that simply isn't true, said Grandpa George. The kids who are going to find the golden tickets are the ones who can afford to buy bars of chocolate every day. Our Charlie gets only 1 a year. There isn't a hope. Oh dear, poor Charlie. Okay, so today your work is you're going to be writing a diary entry as if you are Charlie. Okay, so you have just heard the news about the 5 golden tickets, and you're just going to be writing about that. You're also going to be talking about, obviously, you know the children who are going to find the golden tickets will be those who can afford to buy bars of chocolate every day. Unfortunately, you can't afford to buy bars of chocolate every day. How does that make you feel? And then what are you going to do about it? Okay, so here's that part here again. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight here. Our Charlie gets only 1 a year. There isn't a hope. So how does that make you feel as a child? How does that make you feel that there isn't going to be a hope that you won't get any a golden ticket? So I think it would make me feel quite useless, quite disheartened, quite upset. Okay, quite embarrassed maybe. You haven't got a lot of money. Any other adjectives that you think that could go in there, you can add that, okay? So what are you going to do about it? So you might do chores around the house to earn some money, perhaps. You might start a paper round so you can get some money. You might save all your might ask for some extra money from your grandparents. Okay, so there are just some ideas there for you. Okay then, so our steps for success today then, I'm just going to edit this word here because I've just noticed that I've spelt it wrong. Okay, so it's, oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay then, so your steps for success then, obviously you have written a lot of diary entries, okay? So I know your diary entries are amazing. You should know these steps to success off by heart by now. Okay, so I can include an exclamation sentence, I can include a question sentence, I could describe my thoughts and feelings, I can write in first person using personal pronouns, and I can use fronted adverbials correctly. Okay then, so let's start off by doing one together then. So let's do it in purple. Okay, so writing a diary, so we know that our diary starts with Dear Diary. Please make sure you're spelling diary correctly and you're not putting Dear Dairy, okay, because that's a bit different. Right then, I'm going to start off with an exclamation sentence, so that's in there straight away. Remember, exclamation sentences start with either what or how. So what an exciting day today has been. Straight in there with an exclamation sentence, done. Okay. So now I'm going to talk about my day. So since my dad came home with the newspaper in his hand. Okay, so earlier this evening, that's my fronted adverbial, so making sure there's a comma after that. My father came home from the toothpaste factory, frantically waving a newspaper in his hand. As quick as a flash. So we've got another fronted adverbial in there. Quick as a flash, my whole family gathered around my, oh my goodness me, cannot spell today. Around, oh, and family's not spelled right either. There we go. Family gathered around my beloved grandparents' bed. As my father read the front page story. Okay then. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Mr. Willy Wonka is opening his I'm going to use a two-way sentence here. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Mr. Willy Wonka is opening his colossal, extraordinary chocolate factory at last, but only to a lucky few. I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller so I can fit some more on. There we go. Okay, but only to a lucky few. All my hopes and dreams of this day happening are finally coming true. However, I know I won't be in with a chance to go because I only have one chocolate bar a year on my birthday. Okay then, so to continue that diary entry, okay, you would then need to start talking about that your family are poor perhaps, so you got a poor family, okay, and that's why you can't afford any more chocolate, okay. You might then want to talk about your feelings, how that makes you feel, and what are you going to do about it, okay. So there's an extra 3 parts that you can add onto your diary entry. It doesn't need to be really long, but just making sure that you've got these 3 things on as well as your first part of your diary entry, okay. So we're going to read through it and we're going to highlight the features. So, what an exciting day today has been! Exclamation sentence straight away. Let's highlight that off. Earlier this evening, we've got fronted adverbial there. Here we go, fronted adverbials. My father came home from the toothpaste factory frantically waving a newspaper in his hand. So, describing my thoughts and feelings, and I can write in first person. So I've got my, I have got my again, and again, I, my again, I, okay, and then so you can highlight that off because we've started using lots of those. Describe my thoughts and feelings. Now that's really where you need to talk into more detail yourself, okay? So I've just given an introduction about how the evening started with the father waving the newspaper in his hand frantically, okay, using an adverb there as well, okay? And then I want you to carry on. You can magpie this to start off your diary entry if you would like to, or you can do your own. That's absolutely fine, okay? So remember, you are writing a diary entry as if you are from Charlie's perspective. You've just heard the news about the 5 golden tickets, about being hidden in chocolate bars. However, you know that those children who are going to find the golden tickets will be those who can afford to buy bars of chocolate every single day, maybe more than once a day. So how does that make you feel, and what are you going to do? Okay, please email myself or Mr. Grocott if you need any help or support. Miss Cook is looking after our emails for us because myself and Mr. Grocott are now teaching. Okay, but please do email and we will be more than happy to help and support you wherever we can. Have an amazing day and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.